Okay, in this particular lecture we will study about different soil parameters and their interrelationships and their interrelationships. Okay, and this I will just jot down all the possible formulas, okay, that will aid you to solve any kind of problem related to this topic. Okay, I will be listing out all the possible formulas, okay, of different parameters and the formulas of the relationship between two or more different parameters also. Okay, so let's start. So first one is weight relationships. Okay, in this particular thing I have the first one as water content. Okay, water content. Okay, we represent water content by the symbol capital W. Okay, so water content is equals to weight of water upon weight of soil solids. Okay, WS, or you can also say WSS. Okay, WS or WSS, weight of, so water content is weight of water upon weight of soil solids, weight of water upon weight of soil solids. Okay, I will be just quickly listing out all the formulas. Okay, for a greater understanding or for in-depth understanding, you can watch my previous lectures by clicking on the I button. Okay, also you can check in the description box. In this particular lecture, we will be focusing more on the interrelationships. Okay, for a greater understanding of the soil parameters, you can refer to my previous video. Okay, so this we know water content is weight of water upon weight of soil solids. So this one is one main formula. Okay, let's number this as 1. Okay, now let's try to expand this a little bit. Okay, we know that total weight of any soil sample is weight of air plus weight of water plus weight of soil solids. Okay, weight of air, we always consider weight of air as 0, so we are left with only total weight of soil sample is equals to weight of water, okay, plus weight of soil solids. Okay, now if I take weight of soil solids common from RHS, I will be left with weight of water upon weight of soil solids and plus weight of soil solids upon weight of soil solids. Okay, so total weight of soil sample will become equal to weight of soil solids. Okay, this term will become, this whole term will become water content. Okay, so weight of soil solids plus water content plus, and this will cancel out, so it will become 1 plus 1. Okay, or we can say that if I bring this term to LHS, I will be getting total weight of soil sample upon 1 plus W or W plus 1, that is 1 plus water content is equals to weight of soil solids. Okay, so this is another relation that I have derived from the formula of water content. Let's number this as 2. Okay, now what I can do is I can further derive another relation from the formula of water content only. Okay, how? I know that what my water content is nothing but weight of water upon weight of soil solids. Okay, now this weight of water, I can express this weight of water in terms of the unit weight of water. Okay, how? I know that unit weight of any substance is equals to weight upon volume of that substance. So if I want to find weight of the substance from here, I will be getting weight of any substance will be equal to unit weight into volume of that substance. So I will use this thing over here. Okay, so this will get transformed into unit weight of water into volume of water, and this thing, the denominator, that is weight of soil solids, that will get transformed into unit weight of soil solids into volume of soil solids. Okay, this one is, I think, clear. Now this particular thing, if I just try to rearrange it, I will be getting volume of water upon volume of soil solids. Okay, and I can just put the numerator over here, gamma w. Okay, that is the same thing. Now this particular thing is nothing but specific gravity of soil solids. Okay, or I can say solid specific gravity, or I can say true specific gravity, or I can say absolute specific gravity. Okay, also if I now what I do is I just multiply numerator and denominator by VV. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just multiplying and divide by VV. So this particular term, that is volume of water upon volume of void, is nothing but saturation. Okay, and this particular term, that is volume of void upon volume of soil solids. Okay, VV upon VS is nothing but void ratio. Okay, so our equation will get transformed into this thing, S into E upon GS, which will be eventually equal to water content. Or I can write it as, from here I can write it as, if I just put specific gravity of solids and saturation on the RHS, I will be getting E is equals to water content into specific gravity of solids upon saturation. Okay, this one is a important relation. Okay, what I have done is I have derived this one also from the basic relation of water content. Let's number this as 3. Okay, this one is a important relation. You can mark it as a star. Okay, now one thing you should also remember, okay, you should always remember while applying this equation is, you see here the saturation is in denominator. So if I talk about dry soil, okay, if in the question it is given the soil is in dry state or the soil is dry soil, now if in this thing you try to find out the, suppose you are given water content, specific gravity of solids and saturation, and then you try to find out the E, you cannot obtain the value. Why? Because suppose W is given X, okay, GS is given Y. Okay, now saturation will be 0 since the in dry soil water is absent, so volume of water will also be 0. So what is this thing? This particular term is getting transformed into not defined. Okay, this is not defined. Anything upon 0 is not defined. Okay, so you should always remember this. To apply this particular formula, there must be some amount of water present. Okay, you can definitely find the void ratio with other formulas also, but you cannot use this. Okay, I think, okay, this thing is clear to you. Now let's talk about the volume relationships. Okay, I'll be talking here about the volume relationship. So the very first one that comes in this is, the first one is void ratio. Okay, void ratio, void ratio. Okay, you already know the symbol, that is E. Okay, you also know the basic formula, that is E is equals to volume of void upon volume of soil solids. Okay, let's number this as, I think this is the formula number 4. Yeah, this one is the fourth one. Now I will do a similar thing that I did in water content. I know that total volume of any soil sample is volume of void plus volume of soil solids. Okay, total volume of any soil sample is volume of void plus volume of soil solids. Now if I take volume of void common, okay, if I take volume of soil solids common from RHS, okay, I will be left with Vv upon Vs plus 1. Okay, Vs will be cancelled by Vs, so I will be left with 1. Now this thing, Vv upon Vs, this thing is nothing but this is E. Okay, this is E, so I will be getting total volume is equals to volume of solid upon so volume of solid into 1 plus E, or E plus 1. Okay, E plus 1. This will, or I can say that if I shift this term to the LHS, I will be getting total volume of soil sample upon 1 plus E, okay, or E plus 1 you can say, is equals to volume of soil solids. Okay, let's number this relation as the fifth one. Okay, this is the fifth one. Now further I can obtain another relation from my formula, primary formula of void ratio. I know that void ratio is equals to E is equals to Vv upon Vs. Okay, Vv upon Vs. Okay, now if I just expand the denominator, okay, I can, how I can write the volume of solid? I can write the volume of solid as total volume minus, okay, volume of void. Okay, this I can write. Now what I do is I just divide numerator and denominator by Vv. So here is what I will get, Vv upon Vv upon V minus Vv upon Vv. Okay, this thing will eventually become 1. Okay, this thing will get 1, this will become 1, so 1 upon, now I just expand this, V upon Vv minus Vv upon Vv. Okay, this thing will be also become 1. Okay, so I will be getting 1 upon V upon Vv minus 1. Okay, now I can write this in this form also. What I will do, I will just write it as in the reciprocal form. So I can write it as Vv upon V, okay, minus 1. Now this thing VV upon V, that is volume of void upon total volume of soil sample, is nothing but porosity N. Okay, porosity N, or you can say porosity eta. So our formula will get transformed into E is equals to, okay, I am writing it over here. E is equals to 1 upon N minus 1. Now if I just take the LCM over here, I will be getting 1 E is equals to, okay, E is equals to 1 minus N upon, okay, N, okay. Now this thing will shift to the numerator, okay, so E equals to N upon 1 minus N, okay. This is also a new formula, okay. E is equals to N upon 1 minus N, that is void ratio is equals to porosity upon 1 minus porosity. This is also an important formula. Let's number this as 6. Now further what I can do is I can further modify this term, okay, N upon 1 minus N, to obtain a new formula of N in terms of E. How? Let's see. What I can do is, if I just add 1, okay, add 1 on LHS and RHS, okay, I'm just adding 1 on LHS and RHS. This thing will get E plus 1 is equals to N upon 1 minus N plus 1, okay. Now if I take the LCM, I will be getting 1 minus N over here, and this thing will be multiplied by this, so plus 1 minus N, okay. This thing will be cancelled out, okay, will be cancelled out, so I will be left with 1 plus E is equals to 1 upon 1 minus N. Now if I just cross multiply this, okay, what I will be getting this, if I will just interchange these positions of 1 plus E and 1 minus N, I will be getting 1 minus N is equals to 1 upon 1 plus E, okay. Now if I just now what I do is I just swap their positions, okay, I just swap the positions of 1 upon 1 plus E and N, so I will be getting 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus E is equals to N, okay. Now if I take the LCM on the LHS, I will be getting 1 plus E minus 1 upon 1 plus E is equals to N. So this will be cancelled out, so I will be left with E upon 1 plus E is equals to N, okay. This one is also new relation that I have derived, okay. Let's number this, okay. What was the last number? Let me just verify. The last number was 6, so let's number this as 7, okay, 7th relation, okay. This is also an important relation, okay. Now let's talk about porosity, okay. First, what we have done is we have talked about in volume relationships. First we have talked about the void ratio, okay. Now we will talk about the porosity, okay. Porosity, okay, we represent this by eta. Okay, porosity eta. So porosity we know is, if you are representing eta, or also you can represent it as n, because it is a variable, you can take anything. Okay, we know that n is equals to, this one is the basic formula, that is volume of void upon total volume of soil sample. This one is the most basic formula of porosity. Okay, let's number this as 8. Okay, you can expand this formula into this thing, the same thing that we did in case of void ratio. What I will do is, here is, I know that porosity is equals to volume of void upon total volume of soil samples. Okay, now what I will do is, I will just try to expand the denominator thing. I will be getting total volume of soil sample. I know that volume of void plus volume of soil solids. Now again, if I divide numerator and denominator by VV, so I will be getting, this will get transformed into 1. Okay, this will also become 1. I will be getting, here is Vs upon Vv. Okay, if I just rearrange the terms, I will be getting 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon, okay, E. Okay, I will be getting the same formula. Okay, this formula I will be getting. Okay, so you can perform the same thing to obtain the formula. This thing we have already done, so I'm just not repeating this. Okay, I'm just skipping this. Okay, however you can try this for your own practice. Okay, for your own revision you can try this. Now let's talk about the second volume relationship, that is, okay, that is degree of saturation. Degree of saturation. Okay, we represent it as S. Okay, by the capital symbol S. Okay, so degree of saturation S is nothing but volume of water upon volume of voids. Okay, degree of saturation is volume of water upon volume of void. Now what you can do here is, okay, I can represent this thing in the form of percentage also. Okay, if you just multiply this by 100, volume of water upon volume of void into 100, okay, you will be getting saturation in terms of percentage. Okay, let's number this as, this one is the 9th relation. Okay, okay, this is about degree of saturation. Okay, another thing is, which is totally opposite to the degree of saturation, that is air content. Okay, air content. Okay, we represent it as AC. Okay, small a and subscript, in subscript I write small c. Okay, AC. So air content is volume of air upon volume of void. Okay, let's number this as relation number 10. Okay, what I do is, I'll just add equation number 9 and equation number 10. So let's try to add these. Okay, S is equals to VW upon VV. This one is the 9th equation. Okay, and and AC is equals to VA upon VV. This is the 10th equation. Now if I just add the two, if I just add the two, what I will get, I will be getting on the LHS, S plus AC is equals to VW, that is volume of water upon volume of void, plus volume of water upon volume of void, plus volume of air upon volume of void. Okay, now let me just take the LCM over here. So this will become volume of void. Okay, this will become volume of water plus volume of air. Now this particular thing, volume of air plus volume of void, is nothing but volume of void only. So this thing will cancel out by this, so I will be left with 1. Okay, so what I have done is I have derived a very important relation, that is saturation plus air content is equals to 1. Okay, this is an important relation. Okay, this is also an important relation. Let's number this as, okay, 11. Okay, how this relation helps us is, if in question you are given with only air content, so you can easily find by subtracting the air content from 1, or if you are given the saturation, you can find the air content by subtracting the saturation from 1. Okay, if it is given in percentage, so our equation will change. Okay, saturation plus AC is equals to 100%. Okay, if in percentage the saturation or air content, any one of the two is given. Okay, then our equation will change, that is saturation plus air content is equals to 100%. Okay, because if I just represent, if I am representing void, okay, this is my void region in the soil. Okay, this is my total void in the soil. Okay, if I have this much amount of water in the soil, okay, what does that mean? This water will be present in voids. For example, the water present here is 30%. Okay, 30% water is present in the voids. Okay, these are the void, this is the total void space of the soil. Okay, total void space of the soil. So if in voids I have 30% water, 30% water, the rest thing will be air only. Okay, that means out of 100% voids, if my 30% voids is filled with water, that means that 70% of voids are filled with air. Okay, if I am given, if I am not given in the percentage form, for example I am given in the point decimal form, that is saturation is equals to 0.3, which implies that air content will be equal to 1 minus 0.3, that is 0.7. Okay, I hope this thing is clear. Okay, now let's talk about the last volume relationship, that is the percentage air voids. Okay, percentage air voids. Okay, we represent it as n subscript a or eta subscript a. Okay, this is nothing but volume of air upon total volume of soil sample into 100. Okay, this is the very basic relation of percentage air voids. Okay, let's number this as, think 11. Okay, let's number this as 12. Okay, now from this also I can derive further relations. Okay, what I do is if I just multiply and divide by VV, okay, in the RHS. Okay, so this thing is nothing but volume of void upon total volume of soil sample, that is porosity N. Okay, or porosity eta. Okay, and this thing volume of air upon volume of void is nothing but air content. So I will be getting percentage air void is equals to air content into porosity into 100. Okay, if you just shift this 100 to the LHS, you will be getting Na upon 100 is equals to AC into N. Okay, now which implies that if percentage voids is not given in percentage, that is I am given the percentage voids in the decimal form, I can write it as Na only, because Na was in percentage and now I am dividing it by 100, so I will be getting Na in points only. Okay, so Na is equals to AC into N. Okay, this is also a important relation. Let's number this as 13. Okay, air content is equal what does the relation says? Percentage air voids. Okay, percentage air voids is equals to air content into, so what is called, okay, with this thing our all the volume relationships and different interrelationships is complete. Okay, till now we have derived around 13 relations. Okay, in the next lecture we will continue with the relationships of the unit weight and specific gravity. Okay, in that lecture we will be studying about different unit weights. Okay, we will see about different unit weights and different types of specific gravity and the interrelationships between them. Okay, so let's end this lecture here only. Thank you.